So ASUKA has been out for a couple of days already. We have been testing more after the initial day one review, and I think it's time that we talk a little bit about the final verdict, how to properly build her, our feelings, and where she is on the tier list, the drama of the tier list and ASUKA. So let's talk a little bit about this. It's gonna be today's topic, mostly how to properly build ASUKA, my final opinion on her, if it's worth pulling, not, dupes, etc., and where she's on the tier list, even though you can see already, well, 0.5. Alright. So before we start, as usual, leave a like, subscribe, help me grow the channel, and hello, welcome back to the Waifus. I'm Sefhi, your favorite gambling addict, and let's talk a little bit about ASUKA. So first of all, tier list. There has been a lot of changes in the tier list in terms of some of the placements. Nikkei is getting to a point where it's really hard to justify some of the placements. So to put it into perspective, for example, T0.5, you can take Sameranis, you can take Ain, Ludmila, and Maxwell, and they are better than the other characters at 0.5, but I will not put them on T0. You can go into T1 and you can take characters like Laplace with the Treasure, Miss Marcy, Rosanna, both Shotgun, Privateer, and Soda. Some characters are better than the rest at T1, but they should not be 0.5. And we're getting into a point where it's going to be harder and harder to differentiate these in-between characters because you cannot keep adding tiers, right? But Nikkei keeps adding 2-3 characters per month. And the reality is that there is only so many tiers you can put into a tier list before, it becomes too convoluted. Because yeah, I could separate these every single time, or like every 6 months, we could separate tiers once again. But then we're going to end up with a tier list with like 3,000 different tiers, which makes no sense, right? So a lot of times you're going to see on every tier list, and I think this happens a lot as well. That's why people were giving so much flack to Predwen because of the situation with ASUKA, where they put her higher, even though I don't think it's too bad, right? Higher than she should be on SSS. I think she should be on SS, but at the end of the day, it's a tier list and it should be used as a reference. I think people take tier list way too serious. Like, be it Pridewin, be it NikkeiGG, be it any website, tier lists are nothing but a reference. You should not take a tier list as a gospel, all right? But that's what to talk a little bit about before we go into the topic itself. ASUKA 0.5, amazing DPS, amazing enabler for fire DPS as well. Similar situation to Sameranis, where she's also buffing the other electric girls, right? So let's talk a little bit about how to properly build her. We've been testing on different accounts, on the Scarrow account, my account, and so far the consensus is more or less the same. She's an amazing DPS and she can catch up to some, amazing damage. But when it comes to that final push to be a T0 or a balanced unit, she's not matching up to that. Now, one of the things that I'm not liking about Shift Up, and I was talking with Alijan about this the other day, is that Shift Up is making a lot of characters where you need to invest in all the skills. So in contrast to, let's say, 6 months ago, a year ago, right, we got characters that you need to go 10 for 10, even though it's 10-10-10 because I like her, but Alice is a 10 for 10, right? There is plenty of characters, normal private, you don't need to invest anything else other than her skill 1 for the reload. I think it's a skill 1 for the reload speed, whatever it is. Plenty of characters you do not have to invest on all the skills, but we're reaching a point where Shift Up was like, no, you actually have to use more resources so we can keep selling these packs. It's the only reason, by the way, like it or not, it's the only reason, okay? So they are balancing the kids around on a way that we need to invest in all the skills. It's no longer oh, we can just go 10 for 10. No, you need to go 7-7-7, 10-10-10. And it's the same case for ASUKA. All of her skills need to be actually at least level 7, even though I would recommend going 10-10-10 if you can afford it and if you like her. Personally, I don't like her enough to go 10-10-10. I'm gonna keep her at 7-7-7 for now, right? At least for now. A lot of her skills are really, really strong. Doesn't matter what we're talking about. Skill 1, every time you're taking recovery, increase attack up to 96%. Crazy good. Damage to shields most likely will work on the solo raid. After solo raid, we'll see how often we have to deal with these shields, because this is the first time we get this modifier at a really high percentage. So we shall see after solo raid what they do. Skill 2, not only this, but you're getting damage as a strong element, and you are increasing damage dealt to cores for everyone that's fire code, meaning you have a team with Alice, with Babu, with 2B, A2. A lot of characters can benefit from this. Drake, Trony, copy you, but still can benefit, right? So you have to invest in this skill. And then the burst. She gets attack damage, recovery, hit rate, meaning this is a really powerful burst and you want to invest it as well in here. So one of her pros and cons is that, like, you know, the whole kit works, but you need to invest a lot in her. And one of the things I do not like, and now that we're talking about the kit and we can go into the pros and cons, is that you need buffers that do not use the same type of buffs that she already has. Meaning attack, it's kind of useless in her, attack damage is worthless on her. When we talk about the hit rate, there is no one who can give a significant buff to what she is already doing. So you want damage taken. And there is a few units only that can do that. We can go with Novel, you can go with Blank if you want. There is a few characters, but not a lot. Meaning, even though she works on any team out of the box, it's better if you can find characters like that, right? Now, that about the skills, let's talk about the equipment and the cube itself, and then we'll go into the full pros and cons list if you guys want. So in terms of equipment, I am poor. Okay, I'm trying to finish this up. You want to get a couple lines of max ammo. 2 is more than enough, so you can offset these 20 bullets by default. One time for the 1 second reload time, meaning you don't need to worry too much about the reload time itself. It's not the Scarlet at the 2.3, right? So you go for a couple lines of max ammo, then you focus on elemental and on attack. The rest can be crit. Even hit rate you can ignore because of her burst giving her so much. So elemental, attack, and then some crit for filler lines. When it comes to the cube, I will say there is only one option, and it's going to be Bastion, in my opinion. The moment you get your extra couple lines of max ammo, going with Bastion makes a lot more sense because she takes only 1 second to reload. She's not going to benefit as much from resilience. You could even go with the Quantum Cube if you wanted to, even with the extra ammo cube as well if you want to for more ammo. But she benefits more from a Bastion in general. So that's a little bit how to properly build her, or how I would build her personally. Do let me know if you guys agree or not. And now let's move into the pros and cons on the character traits, and then we'll talk about if it's worth pulling for dupes or not. So first of all, amazing buffs on her own. If you want a buffer though, you will need to be focusing on damage taken. This is a pro and a con because, you know, you can put it on a lot of teams, but it also limits in compositions if you want to min max. She is also a really good buffer for 5 DPSs on bosses and raids thanks to the skill 2, like we were checking here, thanks to the damage to cores. This is huge when we're talking about 5 elemental character, right? Amazing. Her life leech helps a lot with survivability. This line right here of recovery of attack damage as HP, it's basically life leech, and it's pretty nice. It also procs the skill 1, having synergy on her old kit, like we were talking previously, which means you need to invest in all the skills, but it is what it is. Now, the con that she has is that by default, she has only 20 bullets, which again is not too bad because it's only 1 second real time. The second con, like we were saying, is that it's a limited character, and obviously she's not coming back. If you like her, you should be getting her right now. And then lastly, like we were saying at the beginning, a pro and a con is that she's a character that, even though works everywhere, you want to put her with damage taken characters, or characters that have the buff of damage taken. And there is not a lot of them, right? There is not a lot of them. You have Novel, you have your Blank, and I'm pretty sure there is one more or two. I don't remember right now. Please let me know in the comments. So that's it about the build, right? Sefhi, how are you feeling about her? Really good character, really good fire DPS. I would not go for dupes unless it's a character you like. Guys, limited characters are always the same. At the release, they are like, oh, they are fucking strong. They're really good. These characters are amazing. And then after their release, shift up releases something that makes them either obsolete, or we just have something so much better that is not worth using. The best example is Rem. Rem is an incredible unit that everyone forgot because we got Crown. it's the reality. Crown changed the meta, and then Rem is like, yeah, she's good, but you're using her on your team 4, team 5 in raids. Most of the time, team 5 for the leftovers, which is still an amazing character, right? So I am expecting the same treatment after this collab. We're going probably after this event directly into Red Hood event for the free skin into Anniversary. So I will expect something really big coming on Anniversary, and we'll see how that changes the Eva characters. So far though, really happy with her. I'm gonna finish building her gear-wise, putting her on my first, second line with the other strong characters, and we'll probably see her a lot in raids. And anytime, of course, the raid is weak to fire, we shall see her absolutely every single time. And when it comes to dupes, like I was saying, unless you like Evangelion, it's not worth pulling. It's not worth going for the extra dupes. We are already tight on resources, so I will suggest saving. There's still 2 more characters to get as well, so I will wait a little bit. Now, all that said, all that jumping aside, I'm happy with the character, pretty happy. We all thought she was gonna be a lot better, just by the numbers on the kit, but it is what it is. It's still an incredible unit, really strong. A 0.5 feels like a good place to put it, at least for now, with the elemental flag, just like Samuranis. I think both are on a similar place in terms of, right now usability. All that jabbing aside, that's gonna be it for this video. Do let me know how you're feeling about ASUKA. Thank you to my patrons for making this content possible. Love you all, bossos. Have a great day. Good luck with your pool dinner rates. I'll see you in the next one.
役立たずは楽園から追放するのみ。ブランとノワールのショータイムです。天地万物を切るとはこういうことだ。